No name, welcome in. Hello, hello. Oh, just now getting things set up. Whew, I'm tired already. I'm tired. It's 11 o'clock in the morning. Who knows how this day will go. I hope everybody's doing well. I'll be drawing some derpy Heimdinger today. That is the plan. Otherwise, not a lot going on. Yeah. How'd your week go? Do some muddy icing here and then come back in and paint everything else in. Should we give him naked legs? Should he have naked legs? Yeah, that's pretty funny. I think that's good. He doesn't have to wear pants. You don't need no pants. I'm not sure I like that color though. Should make a little green furry goblin. That'd be pretty funny. That's pretty good. I like that color. Now what I want to do is I want to come in here and grab like a bat. Give him like a little bit of mint. A little bit of mint in his beard. That'll show him. Wait, does Heimdinger have a... I need to make sure this doesn't look like Heimdinger. Because Heimdinger was the inspiration, and I need to make sure I'm not like just making Heimdinger again. Heimdinger. He looks so different from the original sketches. It's so funny. He does have a full-on white beard. All right. Well, mustache. He's got the mustache, not the beard. It doesn't look like Humdinger to me. I appreciate that. It is definitely different. Like, it's a small dude with a mustache. But we'll play with it. Welcome in Burning, welcome in Hash Brown. Baby. Hope everybody's doing alright. I have the sniffles. It's driving me crazy. I thought it was my allergies, so I took an allergy pill, but I still feel like crap, so I got all my vaccines yesterday, just not helping the situation. Protect the boy. It's probably the one that got me sick. Licking all the floors and stuff. New Arcane season starting soon, since Heimdinger was mentioned, just reminded that. I can't remember if I even watched the second season. I think I did. Is it the second or third season that's coming out right now? I think I forgot to watch the second season. I guess I didn't have Netflix, and I still kind of don't have Netflix, so sometimes I can use it, sometimes I can't, depending on if my family's in town. So that's really why. Third of Vox Mach. Okay, second for Arcane, third for Vox Mach. Got it. Excited for both of those. Should be good. It's the wrong layer. I think they did a really fun job of making Grog look weak in the last season. They did a really good job. That was a cool arc. I liked listening to that one when it came out, and then when they made the cartoon, it was good. They did a good job. Alexander, welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. This is a home doogler. I'm not sure I like the green anymore. What's a good color for a tiny mechanic? I mean, orange and yellow works really well, but that's Heimdinger. Heimdinger is yellow and red. So I think we should go a different color. That's pretty cool. I couldn't make him red. That would be really funny, actually. Tiny rage goblin. He's a ginger. 1 second. The boy's awake. We'll see how we do. Kiddo just woke up. Oh, jeez. Dark brown and red is Ziggs. Oh, crap. Oh, dang. I forgot about Ziggs. Who are my go-tos for League? Teemo. I was a big Teemo fan. Pantheon, I think, was probably my main. Pantheon and Soraka. I'm going to play the occasional Gnosis. Played a lot of Soraka. I can tell you how toxic that game was, because I didn't really consider it a good game unless I made the other person I was going against to rage quit, which was really funny. And the fact that I had a term for that tells you how bad that game is. I like going mid with Soraka. That was really funny. It made lots of people mad. What's up, tiny man? Hey. You want to come over here and hang out? cups. Look at them cups. Going out in the mood for cups? Yeah, that was pretty silly, kid. I love destruction. I want problems all the time. Is that a I'm hungry face or I'm a pooping face? I think that's a I'm a pooping face. Yeah, it's interdispersed with laughing, so I assume that's what that means. Corvus, welcome in.
Hello.
The GIF isn't autoplaying because I'm in streamer mode. What's the GIF of? Is that Timo? I see the little nose. It is
Oh,
Timo.
yes. It's Timo.
Gotta jump again, sadly. Look forward to finishing Lorax Machine. Thanks, Raynaud. We'll catch you later.
I'm so high
Captain
right
Timo
now, I don't
reporting
even
for
know where I
duty.
am.
Oh man, Timo is just garbage.
Yes. If you value your sanity and your mental well-being and believe that there's still goodwill in the world, don't play League of Legends. Ever.
That's it. I downloaded it again because my friends were like, hey, we should play League of Legends. I downloaded it, I got into one game, and I left after 3 minutes. I was just like, nope, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Some of my friends
Never again.
like I played since beta, and they're still playing. It's just like, you guys are way more masochistic than I am. Riot is making a ton of weird different game types. Like they made a Vampire Survivor mod for League of Legends, which is kind of cool because it's multiplayer. But pass. I've been tempted to play League from time to time, but then I remember playing it. Yeah, that's really my thing. Like, I went into the laning phase, and I was just like, oh right, the laning phase exists, and I uninstalled the game. I was like, no.
Bye.
Click the link on the description rather than the top of the announcement. What did that do? I don't like farming 10 to 20 minutes before the game actually starts. Yeah, exactly. It's like, I get the idea of, like, a build-up phase. A build-up phase is an interesting idea, and it worked out for a little while, but, like, there's so many better ways to do that. And even with, like, the next big iteration of that, I think, was the Battle Royale games, where everybody drops in naked, and then you kind of have to random like rush grab your gear. But even that, like, that was novel as well, because it's like, oh, that's pretty cool. But the random level of it was worse. And I think Call of Duty did something better, where like you drop in with a basic kit, you have an upgradable kit. It's like, okay, that's pretty cool. But because it's still slightly random, I'm not a fan of it anymore. But like, I like seeing people iterate on those ideas. And League model is just, I just don't like it. I don't like the farming. I don't like the waiting for it. Just feels old to me now, because I played it for so long. Like, I don't want to say it's bad, but like, when I played it, it was great. Now I'm just done with it. Cup bashing. Uh-oh. That's really good, actually. The kiddo just discovered that he can whack stuff together. That's a first. Today is the first day of Cup whacking. Yeah? Yeah? Sticking your tongue out at me? Blah. 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 You're awake now, so I'll go turn the lights back on. Nom, 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 nom. If you guys haven't gone and clicked on the latest YouTube short, please do so and make a comment. I really want that short to get popular because I think it's funny. I think I might just start having to do more animation. I mean, puppets are rudimentary animation, but still. It's fun. Just takes time. Card game? Oh, shooters. Yeah, shooters. Alright, red on red. I don't know if it's working. Let's fiddle some more. Maybe lighter orange? I'm eventually going to end up on yellow because fuzzy yellow orange cats are hilarious. Ooh, that's fun. Choking yourself with a popsicle sip, kid? Yeah? Bah, bah, bah. Bah, bah, bah. I think it's a great game, but it fosters a shitty community. Yeah. But I mean, like, it's inherently, there's some interesting things people have done to, like, counteract that, right? I think Thor from Pirate Software was talking about that a little bit. Like, there were a handful of other MOBAs that came out that, like, tried to foster good teamwork. And they were slightly successful, but the games weren't as successful. And League had a lot going for it because it was based around Dota. Like, it was essentially a Dota clone when it came out, like 1-for-1 almost. And that was fine. Like, that was fine because Dota wasn't a real game yet. It was just a mod. So, yeah, it's interesting. It's definitely interesting. Riot did some pretty cool stuff, and I feel like maybe now they're getting back into it. Because they have, like, TFT and not Team Fortress 2, Team Fight Tactics. Yeah, TFT, that's right. TF2 is TF2, not TFT. But the acronyms are technically the same. Captured lightning in a bottle by being first. Essentially, yeah. Every MOBA wasn't low. Dota got shut down because it didn't make low or Dota money. Some ones could have been survived and done great. Possibly. I think it very much... I think you're right about, like, catching lightning in a bottle. Because it was new and novel, and then so many people tried to copy it, but it was like, it was already a copy of a copy. And so there really had to be innovation at that point. Because League was really polish, right? Like, League was Dota polish with a few additive, like, quality of life upgrades. Which I would argue when Dota and Dota 2 came out. Was it Dota 2? I think so. I don't remember anymore. The one's on Steam right now. I think that's Dota 2. They very much leaned into some of the stuff that I just didn't like about original Dota. Smite being around. Yeah, I heard a lot of good things about Smite. I played it for like a weekend, and it just didn't bring anything new and interesting to the table for me. The third person part of it was weird too. Because the whole
That's
thing
the
about...
best part about it.
Probably. I mean, I think that was the novel, interesting part of it, right? Like, that's what made me like, ooh, third person, let's do it. But the thing that made League so special to me is its tightness of controls. because it's top down and like clicking. Whereas once you get into the range of like Overwatch did what Smite could have been, I think. Like, and I think Overwatch pulled a little bit farther away from that and let like the shooting be a lot more soft, and then your abilities still had some weight to them. Whereas with Smite, it was still trying to be that like fine precision clicking and like timing based thing in a third person game, and it was a little too, I don't want to say it was clunky, because it wasn't clunky, but it like just didn't work. Didn't work the same way that Overwatch worked for me. Because I remember playing some of the Smite games and like being like, hey, this looks really cool, but like it's not, it doesn't feel new. And then Overwatch came out and I was like, this is amazing, I love this. So I don't know exactly what the difference was that made me not play Smite, but didn't have the vibe.
Yeah, Smite definitely came out a fair bit before
Overwatch.
Yeah. And then they tried to make their own like version of Overwatch called Paladins, and it didn't go well.
Right. I played Paladins too. I didn't realize it was the same.
Yep.
Is that just like
same company?
I'm gonna say something that I hope is not racist, but might sound racist. Maybe I won't say it. Is that? I'm gonna say it this way. Is that an American-based company, or is it a company that was just?
I think it is an American-based company.
Because there's every time like a really popular game comes out, there's always like a Chinese version of that game that comes out like a month later, right? And it's nowhere near as good because they're just like riding the coattails. But I don't feel like Paladins was that way. But it definitely was a like, hey, this game's popular, let's make one. Which is not a bad business model, but you got to do it well. And very few companies do.
Smite has, I guess, done well enough that they have deemed it financially viable to make a Smite 2.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And it's like a overhaul both graphics and I believe the maybe not play style per se, but like just an overall like update to the game.
Oh, so it's like a remake of the first game.
Kinda, yeah.
Not a second game.
Because it's also only gonna be on PC and like new gen consoles.
Oh. Was Smite on? I thought it was only PC. That could be my bad.
It's also on Xbox and PlayStation.
Gotcha. I might have played Smite when it's in like open beta.
Probably. Because it's changed quite a bit. They've like they added Sun Wukong at one point, then removed him from game to rework him.
Hi-Rez
and then add him back in.
Oh, okay. Hi-Rez is in Georgia. Got it. Okay.
Wait, not the country.
I really do feel bad saying it that way, but like China just does not care about copyright laws. They just don't.
Yep. And Japan cares a lot about them.
Japan is a different thing, yeah.
Japan has like they don't have like free use laws or something along that line, so like everything is like a copyrighted, trademarked thing. That's why like people who like react to anime have to like distort the images to even like react to it.
Yeah, Nintendo is very, very specific about some of those things with like some of the games they make as well.
Yep.
That was a big thing for YouTube for a while too, because like the Game Grumps had some issues with that, and then they had to like go through a whole process of becoming like Nintendo affiliates to be able to play them, and it was just like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
New tribes.
Because there's also the whole thing about Nintendo like suing Pal Worlds now.
Yep. Yep. Which I mean, they rightfully kind of should. I think. My opinion on the matter is, one, Power World is a cool idea. Don't get me wrong. Hey, Pokemon with guns. Great. Make that game. But really what Power World is a kind of generic base builder game with Pokemon in it. Like, that's why they're getting sued. Because they put fucking Pokemon in it. Like, they really needed to go above and beyond trying to make it their own thing, and they did not. So, whether or not you think they should, get sued into the ground is one thing, but, like, I think they could have done a better job of what they were trying to do.
Yeah.
What's up, kid?
Like, everyone knew the moment it was released and everything that this is just Pokemon.
Yeah, like
This
that's
is
the
Pokemon and ain't
the hubris
just
of the
not a
company.
name.
The hubris the company had to be like, Pokemon, they won't sue us. It's like, what are you thinking? Oh my goodness, kid. What's up? What's going on? You want some food? Be right back. 1 second. Yeah, we got a hungry boy. We got a hungry boy. I need to make instead of a be right back, it's just like feeding the boy. Tab. So this DLC goes further. Power World is being sued for patent infringement. Specifically, it hasn't been made clear exactly what that is. Yeah, I mean... Because, like, the fact that it's like a world or a base builder, right? So it's not stealing the story, right? It's not Pokemon in that aspect.
Mm-hmm.
You are able to collect people with kind of Pokeballs. That's a little close,
Yeah, I've heard people speculate it's like that's the reason, specifically.
Yeah, because they are using Pokeballs on things that look very reminiscent. Some of the some of the pals are Pokemon, like 100%. Viewer suggestion: a Storm Sorcerer mouse with yellow fur, red cheeks, and a Thunderbolt-shaped tail. Exactly, like that's kind of. I don't know if that was for realsy because cough fan art. But if you want me to put that on the list, I will. But only to prove a point. That you can do something different, right? Like, kid, what's going on? He's obsessed with rugby dancing now, and he's not eating. Yeah, you like the little dancing man? Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Every time he sits up on my desk here, he'll grab the little rugby puppets and just shove them in his mouth. Just wants to eat the rugbies. You gotta beat the competition? You done now? That was all you wanted? Or did you just want to sit up here?
Maybe.
I want to slap the keyboard, please. Slap, 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 slap. Slap, 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 slap. All of your toys are on the floor. What am I supposed to do? Do I put you down and go pick them up? Or do we just reach over here? See what's over here. Look, I got one of these. You want a penis-shaped colored thing to chew on? Yeah. It's gross. I don't know why they made this one flesh-colored.
Gross. Why?
It's just like a long, chewy straw, but it's like ribbed for your pleasure. If you get my drift.
I think I want to die now.
I mean, it's weird. All the other ones are like bright yellow or bright green. This one's just flesh colored for some reason. There you go. Take your flesh straw.
Man flesh.
Man flesh. If I give you this popsicle stick, will you be satiated? There's no rugby on it, but you can have it. Is this what you want? What's going on, kid? I think you woke up from your nap too early. You still seem really tired.
Me tired? No.
I'm not tired, shut up. Would a rugby onesie be one of the bugbear rugs, or would it be a goblin skin inside of a bugbear skin? Yeah, I think it would be basically like you would have to make the pants green, right? So the bottom of the onesie would be green goblin legs, and then the top half would be a like a floppy jacket and or rug that would just like float over the top. That'd be doable. Maybe I'll do that for Halloween. You want a rugby onesie? You can't touch the keyboard. It makes everything break. It's all I want in the world. Rugby's been in worse mouths. Yeah, I guess so. What hasn't that guy been eaten by? You like the little fuzzy man? You like the little fuzzy man? Wait, if I was painting a wrench, they would powder coat it red, and then the edges would wear off first?
Presumably?
That seems right. So I think I want this to be gray and leave the inside red. And the same thing around here. That looks right. That looks right to me. Kid, what are you doing? You want to bounce? Hiya, hiya, hiya. Oh, that is what you wanted. Bouncy, 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 boy. I need to get you like a giant bungee cord and just strap you to the ceiling.
Just have one of those bouncy chairs seats in the ceiling.
Mm-hmm. Apparently I had one of those when I was a kid. I don't remember it very much. My parents were like, you should get one of those. I'm like, I don't know if they sell those anymore.
Those may be, like, dangerous.
Yep. Yeah. Whoop. Yeah. Is this silly? Oh my goodness. Nope. Tricked me. You tricked me. I put you too close to the keyboard. Done tricked me, kid. Bum. All right. Leather tool bag. Nope, not the keyboard. Not the keyboard. Nope. Okay, going on the floor. Going on the floor.
How dare you do this to me?
Ooh, you found a book. Here you go. I'll put a picture of this in the chat. This is what he was playing with. Only for some reason ours came one with just flesh colored, and I don't know why it's flesh colored.
Ooh, okay. Weird.
It just it looks really weird.
So I got back into Neo 2.
Oh no. I mean, there are worse games you could fall into.
Yeah, like League.
Yep. What's up, Tiny Man? What can I do for you? Yeah.
I don't know what it is, like why I like it so much. It's like the only Souls-like game I've ever like played to basically completion.
Kid. I think I've beaten most of the Demon Soul games. Elden Ring was a struggle.
Yeah,
Because I just couldn't play it. And like, I kind of cheesed my way through the final boss.
I haven't fought the final boss yet.
It's not fun. Let's put it that way. Like,
You now can ride your horse during it.
well, that's nice. Okay, kid. This is not sustainable. The only thing you want to do is play with the keyboard? Like, I can't let you do that.
I don't know how particularly useful that is, but I guess maybe when he puts on the ring cycle.
Actually, I don't even know now. Maybe I didn't beat that game. There's like a few weird ways to make the game end. And we got to a point where... because we were playing with the multiplayer mod. Because at a certain point, Jumper and I just couldn't play together anymore. And that happened to some of our other friends, so they're just like, yeah, we just played it by ourselves for the rest of the game. It's like, I don't want to do that. That's stupid. So, we got the multiplayer mod, and it essentially broke. And so once you get into the final boss, it'll only let you have 3 people play at a time.
Yeah.
And it'll, like, kick someone out. And so we kept trying and kept being weird. And then it got to the point where we did beat it. With 3 people, and then we went to beat it with the other person, and in the process of doing that, it somehow unsynced our games and we could no longer play together, so we just stopped. So I think I might have missed 1 or 2 bosses, but I think I've beaten Moana,
Yeah, let's see. I think I have fought most the little minor bosses and like some of the little minor dungeons. I think I've beaten all the big bosses. Minus
Space Bug.
the last 3.
The weird beast priest guy. That was a pain in the ass.
Oh yeah.
Oh my good gracious.
Yeah, I'm just particularly like dreading the giant space noodly dragon fight.
That one was a pain in the butt, but it actually, like, it's just like, it feels like a damage race to me. Because, like, Jump Rope had a bunch of mage spells.
Mm-hmm.
And just murder the boss first try. And then my friends and I that were all melee, we couldn't do it. Because it's just, you have to be kind of far range from that character. And then it's just who can blast the person with one of their meteors first, and then you win.
Yeah.
So.
And God forbid you actually fight them with using anything that deals holy damage.
Yeah.
Because that heals it.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. That would be why I started
it's
so bad.
God. Or basically God.
God, I cannot breathe today. I might have the sickness.
Oh God.
I got the goo.
I'll probably have the creeping crud soon. Splitting wood. Always does it to me.
You're good. Let's do a viewer suggestion. I need a break from this guy. Dragon Turtle, welcome in. Two, a plasmoid rogue with a symbiote-inspired look wearing a leather jumpsuit. So just a black plasmoid?
Biker Venom.
Biker Venom? Yeah.
That's probably a thing somewhere.
I think there's some point when he gets to the Ghost Rider thing.
Riders in the Sky.
If that's how you want to look at it, sure.
I mean, what Ghost Rider is based on, that stupid song.
Vengeance.
Which is basically a American Western version of the Wild Hunt.
Oh, that's an interesting way to look at it.
Yeah, they're cowboys doomed to the range in the sky, herding the devil's cattle.
Ah. I listened to Disturbed play The Sound of Silence.
Mm-hmm.
That's a weird song.
Especially when you think it was originally sung by, I think, what, Simon Garfunkel?
Yeah, Simon and Garfunkel. Which is beautiful, but like, what the fuck are they talking about? Some weird apocalyptic alien abduction bullshit.
It's the 60s, man. Maybe 70s, I can't remember.
Is it supposed to be about the rapture? Because that's what it sounds like. Biker jackets don't necessarily have a huge collar, do they? You alright? Okay. Let's Storm
And like
Giant
the
Goliath
most
Warlock with an Infernal Dragon patron? Oh, is this another suggestion, or is this the same suggestion? Or did someone else suggest Pikachu? Hashi Brown might have suggested Pikachu.
Pikachu.
Okay. It's on the list.
Apparently on the like most top view understanding of sound of silence, it's just about people's inability to communicate with each other especially on an emotional level. And of course, because Simon and Garfunkel is also generally accepted to be an anti-war song.
Can you say that again? Sorry.
That's fine. Because it's Simon and Garfunkel, it's also generally accepted song Silence is also a anti-war song, as well as being about the inability for people to like communicate with each other on an emotional level.
Okay, I could buy that. He's just
Yelling in the cup.
yep, yelling into nothing. It's great.
Maybe he hopes the void will yell back at him.
I can't decide if I should leave this on or off. People probably don't want to hear the kids screaming.
I mean, it's not super loud.
Okay. I got a new mic and it has like a volume meter on it, but it looks like it's just always getting blasted, so I can't ever tell.
At least for me, it's not super loud. I don't know about the viewers on YouTube land.
Make it slow and powerful. The letter fits so much better. I mean, Simon and Garfunkel were kind of classically slow elevator music. I think is why, but Disturbed did not make it either of those things. So go check that one out. You might enjoy it.
Ooh. Uh-oh. You trapped? I fell over.
Help, I've fallen, I can't get up.
What happened? You trapped? Here you go. Bleh.
All right. Okay, I had to pick the boy back up. Hey, boogie boogie. I like the idea that legs are just really hard for oozes. They just don't make a lot of sense to them.
Why do I need legs? Well, I could just slide across the floor.
Split. Oh, I understand now, kid. I think if you're playing an ooze rogue, I don't necessarily think you would need a like a dagger. Hey, nope, not the keyboard. Nice try.
Curses. Failed again.
Alright, I'm gonna move it. Move it so you can't get to it. Here, you can play with this broken microphone. Okay, and now you're hitting the keyboard with the microphone. Cool. Nope. Yeah, legs are super complicated. The fact that we walk on two legs is bananas. As easily as we do, I should say. Kid. Okay, no. You cannot play with the keyboard. That's the only rule I have for you while you're sitting up here. You can't touch the keyboard. That's the only thing you want to do. I found the ball. Good. Find the ball. Play the ball. Blip, 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 blip. Oops, I gave him like a weird penis thumb.
Don't do that.
What was it on Everything Everywhere All at Once? Did they have hot dog hands or penis hands? I can't remember.
I haven't watched it.
Okay. That
Sorry.
was a pretty good movie. It's not what I thought it was about, but it was good. Like, they do a really good job of making... Like, it's a weird sci-fi adventure thing that happens. But, like, the overarching story is about the dissonance between this mother and her daughter. Like, that's what the whole movie's about. And it's great. Great how they do it. So, highly recommend it. But it's weird. It's super weird. Rogues don't need daggers. You got goo hands? sap, choke, slap, whatever the hell you want to call it. Pseudopod him to death. That's all I'm saying. I'd like to steal from this person. Great, you leave weird gooey residue in their pocket. Dang it. Foil again. Foiled again. Goo warrior carnage, essentially. Yeah. Alright, let's do the next one. Eight. Would love to see how you draw a humanoid clam race. Okay. That's kind of, well. You have some options there, right? Like, do you leave the clam? And make like a moomin?
Like a moomin. I'm just gonna type in clam folk and see what I get. Probably a bunch of AI art.
Or do you really focus on the weird goo shit?
It's worse.
It's worse than that? I
Yeah.
assume it's a lot of vagina looking shit.
Apparently, Magic the Gathering has clam folk cards.
Okay. I don't believe that, but you can show them to me and then I might.
See.
Entertain yourself with this junk. Breaks. Yep. Breaks it. Okay, that's one of the unglued glued sets.
Still an official card.
Whenever you cast a wordy spell, scry 2. That's funny. Alexander Clamilton is that's great. Why does he have a laser gun? Looks like a super soaker.
I was gonna say it looks like a super soaker.
Which I guess makes more sense if clams can like.
Also, I believe this is obviously a play on Alexander Hamilton.
Yeah.
And he died in a duel.
Fights target creature. That's pretty great. Alternate versions of the main characters where the aliens, worlds. Wait, what? Not that the concept is inherently bad, but we see way too many multiverse stuff that is just altered timelines or different versions of the main one.
Well, that's kind of what multiverses are, though.
Yeah. Where are the alien worlds with strange laws of physics, or at least highly divergent alternate history outcomes where you don't immediately recognize things? There was a... What was it that talked about this? Might have been some Rick and Morty. But there's the idea that the more weirder you get from your, like, base, the farther you would have to travel interdimensionally. Right? Because if you want a story where you meet the alternate version of yourself, most things had to be exactly the same up to a point where it diverged. Right? So, you look at that with, like, timelines and things. So if it splits where Earth is all of a sudden like half the size of the normal Earth, it might not even get life, right? So, not a good multiverse to go see. You walk in, everything's dead, nothing fun happens. Not a good story to be told. So, there's that concept of it, which is like just for good storytelling, it has to be relatively similar. But then if you look at like Doctor Strange did a good job of just like traveling through the multiverse. Sometimes it's just like shattered weird mirror dimensions and like nothing is there. So Zelda also does a pretty good job of that. Like all the different stories have a different variation of like when and how Link won or lost the fight in the past. But that's just time, right? Like that's just time.
Yeah.
I'd accept that as an explanation. Yeah. The farther you get from the source material, the weirder the story would be. But there's no reason you couldn't do that if you're writing a story. Go to an alternate dimension where everybody that goes there instantly dies. I bet not too many people come back from there. Stargate did a little bit of that too, which is kind of fun. Like, there's a handful of places that they were just like, oh, there should be a gate here, and they would call it, and it just wouldn't work. Or they're like, well, that one's in a volcano now, so so we don't go to that planet. Mark that one off as the dead planet. Fringe did a pretty cool job too of they're like, oh yeah, we found a parallel dimension, but there's only just the one. And it's like, why? That's weird. Why is it just the one? And then what we discover is that it was less, I think, and this could be, I haven't watched this in a long time, but it's less that there are 1,000 multiverses, and it's just when they created the device to see into the multiverses, that is the schism of creating two parallel universes, right? And so they only had those two versions so they could look at and interact with. And then one started destroying the other because they needed to collapse back to themselves, kind of thing. There's lots of fun ways to write multiverse stuff, but usually it is written for story's sake, for it to be interesting. Fringe is an underrated show. Yeah, I wish it would have gotten a little more time to really like marinate. And it's strange to think about because like one of my biggest beefs with sci-fi is the evil dimension, and that's basically what the entirety of season 2 and 3 is of that show. But I still love it. It's still one of my favorite sci-fi shows. I've forgotten what clam. I'm drawing a clam person. So here's my two beefs with Alexander Clamilton here. One, it's just a dude with a whole ass clam on its head.
Yes.
So that's really more of a centaur than a clam folk. And then two, the eyes are growing through the shell, and the eyelids are the same color and makeup of the shell, which has a whole bunch of weird implications on it. So
Is the shell soft?
is the shell soft? Like, can he move his lips? Does he have lips? Yeah, the reverse centaur. I mean, that's essentially what we've talked about this shoot. A person with like a horse head, right? That would be a reverse centaur. No. Oh god. I didn't think about that. It would be the front half of a horse with a whole person on the end of it. I'm gonna leave that with you guys for a little bit. I'll be right back. Give me a second. What have we done? I hate it. I hate whatever this is. I'll be right back. that sad boy. 1 second. They did the evil alternative universe well when so many don't, at least a unique way that felt different. Yeah, my big problem with, especially Star Trek, I think Star Trek Discovery might have done a good job of it from the get-go. But, like, the problem I have with a lot of the evil dimensions is their alternate evil versions are always the same person, but evil, and it's like, that doesn't make any sense, right? Like... everything bad and evil happens, but all these people are exactly the same.
But they're not the same. Riker has a mustache and wears a eyeliner.
Right?
Because clearly he's an evil bisexual villain.
I really like the way that they set it up to where it's like the schism happens when the Vulcans come down. They're like, "Hey, welcome to space," and they're like, "Get them!" And they just gotta take over the Vulcan stuff. Like, that's great. That's a good way to look at it. But then, like, everything else happens in the exact same way in Deep Space Nine to lead everybody to be on Deep Space Nine. It's just like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, why would all of these people still be in the exact same job position / location if the universe is so completely different?
Because the Federation's evil, thus an evil galactic empire. I think that may be what they were trying to go for in the new series.
In the new Picard show, Picard is like the God Emperor of Earth.
Yeah.
Which I think is really funny.
If anyone would, it would be him. I clearly await the day for our Patrick Stewart Overlord.
Say it again.
I await the day where Patrick Stewart is our Overlord.
Yeah.
Either that or Ian McKellen.
Alright? What happened? Are you tired, baby? You need a nap? It's hard being a tiny baby. Mother. Oh. Just crammed a hard plastic cup into my shin. That was awesome. Corvus, you might have to read the chat. Laying on the floor.
See, where were we?
Is anything going on?
Last thing is from Burning said, pretty sure the Romulans see the Federation as evil already. So what would they look like if they were from the evil universe? They would probably just be the Vulcans. But with emotions. Which I guess is kind of what they already are. Exactly, that's why we should just get rid of ideas of good and evil. They don't exist. Never have, never will. Everything's just brown and gray sludge.
Let's see if you'll fall asleep.
That may have been probably my most postmodern statement I ever said.
I missed it. Sorry, say it again.
I said there is no like good and evil. It's all just shades of gray and brown sludge.
Yeah, that's fair.
Even then, a moral character is also very different from an ethical character, because ethics have nothing to do with morals. As was drilled
That's
into me
interesting.
by social workers in
Yeah,
my
that's an
ethics
interesting way to
class.
look at it.
Yeah, in my ethics class, it was drilled into us that while morals can inform our ethics, ethics has nothing to do with morals. Like, we may like add like take our morals and cover ethics with it, but like ethics exists by themselves. Because often sometimes some people's morals conflict with other people's morals, and it doesn't really work out.
started falling asleep, and then I turned around and he was sitting up just like, screaming. I was like, okay, great. Try it again. You still do viewer suggestions on YouTube? Yeah, we're doing them right now. I'm trying to draw clam folk, but I'm also trying to take care of the baby.
Yep.
Baby comes first.
As always.
Go watch the latest YouTube short. It's really funny. I think it's really funny. Here's a link to it in the chat. Am I still in the Be Right Back? No, we're not. Okay.
You're good.
Oh, my kid. Okay, hold on. Sorry, everybody. Never mind, that was it. His last scream. Oh, nope, he's awake again. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Man, that really hurt. I like kneeled down on a tiny plastic cup and it cut me. It cut me. Not baby safe. Unless I misheard, entirely possible. He didn't even say shades of gray or gradient. He said grayish glob. Subjective morality and stuff. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I think he said gray and brown sludge.
Yes, I did.
No one could be morally black or white. I mean, it's subjective is the problem. It is subjective to say that kind of stuff. So, like, I think people can try to live their lives black or white, but I think you're gonna have a hard time making an argument that people can't be moral.
Yeah. Not saying you shouldn't be try to be a good person in life, but
Right. That's the inherent like fallback when you start talking about morality and ethics. Is it's really easy to kind of fall into nihilism. It's just like, well, if it's not possible to be good, then why do we even try? And it's like, well, that's kind of just the human condition. Like, that's a great question.
because if we don't, we won't survive as a species.
Yeah.
We're not asking you to be perfect little saints. We're asking you just to do the right thing occasionally.
Be kind.
And
to
don't
each
be an
other.
ass.
Why is that so hard? But yeah, that's the big. If you take anything away from religion, it's be kind to each other.
Yep.
That's the biggest. I love that. Like, in Good Omens, when they're talking about Jesus getting crucified, like, what? Wait, what did he do? And he's like, he told them to be nice to each other. Like, oh yeah, that'll do it. That'll piss people off.
Yep. Because, like, it's something that's been, like, expressed in a lot of different, like, groups. Like, just be nice. Like, treat people like how you want to be treated.
Yeah. Things break eventually, why bother repairing them? That's nihilism. Yep. you got it. What's the point of doing anything if the sun's going to explode? I think the
Well, we
interesting
would
thing
already
is-
be dead by the time that happens, so we personally don't have to worry about that.
Sure. I
It's
think
someone else's
there's
problem.
There's also a fundamental nihilism is the acceptance of unimportance. I think is a good way to say it. Right? It's like the sun's going to explode, so nothing matters. So why do anything? Versus, I think what some murder hobos get away with is the sun's going to explode. Fuck it, I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want. It's just like that's, maybe
Called
good
being
for
a
you, but
sociopath?
not good for anybody else.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's the triggering ability, like, in magic terms, that cause people to go murder hobo is when they realize, like, all these characters are fake and I can do whatever I want with no repercussions. And it's like, I mean,
Yeah.
the repercussions might not be what you
Nihilism
think
is
they are.
also fraught with a lot of misunderstanding,
Yeah.
and I can't really speak to it because I also don't fully understand it. Because it's like, nothing matters. Enjoy your life? Is that what it's supposed to be? Don't stress about it.
Nihilism is defeatists. Is a defeatism. It's nothing matters, so why do anything?
Yeah.
That's it. It's not like there's no silver lining. There's no this is a good idea. It's a defeatist mindset of choosing to not participate forever. One
It sounds
positive
like
outlook I've seen
depression.
of nihilism is that the universe doesn't have a point, so you're free to make your own meaning. Yeah, but once again, that's an extrapolation from nihilism, but that's really more of just a self-centered view of What's the term? This YOLO principle, right? Like, that I would say that doesn't actually fall into nihilism, because if you want to do whatever you want and find your own meaning, that's not nihilism. That's optimism. It's the opposite of that. So. Yeah, I can't murder people without going to jail? What the hell? I call it positive and negative nihilism. Sure. You know what? I'm not... It's been 10 years since I took the philosophy class, so I'm not going to argue. It doesn't have to be self-centered. I think nihilism is supposed to be, but maybe not. Maybe not. I don't think there needs to be an answer to every question. I think nihilism is an acknowledgement that nothing matters, and not sure and extrapolating what you're adding is tied directly to it. Yeah, I think that's a better way to look at it. And that's kind of what I'm getting at with nihilism, is like saying that you need, like, I'm choosing to be a nihilist is not really how it works to me. I think you're kind of like, if you are a nihilist, it's because you don't think there is a proper solution, and so you're just stuck with being like, yeah, nothing matters.
You sound like Kierkegaard.
Kind of, yeah.
Which he was not a nihilist, because he was long before nihilism was like considered a philosophical thing. Kind of considered a proto-nihilist. But also, nihilists just sound like they're depressed. Go see therapy.
Yeah.
Get therapy, people. Don't listen to old men who write books for a living.
Yeah, because I would argue that, like, finding your own purpose is how you defeat nihilism. Like, but maybe I just do have a... Which one was... The Tao of Pooh was really good. We gotta discuss this kind of stuff. Like, Eeyore is a nihilist, I think.
No, he's a Taoist.
Why bother?
I haven't read the Tao of Pooh. I think it was one of our sort of required readings for one of my classes. I don't think I ever got around to reading it.
The Tao of Pooh?
Yeah.
That's good.
In college, I had issues with Taoism that I couldn't wrap my head around it. It's like, then why do anything? If doing something goes against the Tao, then why do anything? And you just get a shrug in return. It's like, that's not an answer.
The non-answer is the answer, right? Like,
yeah.
Why do anything? Yeah, just don't.
I was also taught like a very skewed Western biased view of Taoism, where it like stripped out all the religious aspects of Taoism and only focused on like the philosophy. And they're like, oh, the religious stuff isn't really Taoism, it's fake Taoism.
Right.
I was like, you sure? And yeah.
And then there's the collection of, like, if you see the Buddha on the road, kill him. It's like, what? But like, it's more complicated than just the more meaning than the sum of its parts. Like, just saying the words and what they actually represent are very, very different things.
Yeah. It just, because looking back, I remember the thing that we were always taught about Taoism was like what they refer to as Wu Wei, which is inaction.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like the only takeaways people ever have of Taoism. Like, oh, it's inaction. I was like, there's more to it.
Yeah, like understanding, I think, especially in Western culture for us, like we don't really truly understand the concept of pacifism. Because we're so cowboyed up, you know. Yep. And unfortunately, when you have those kind of things of like nothing matters, and the only way for me to be good in life is to not affect the experience of others, leads you to being taken advantage of and hurt, and that's okay in that stance. Like, yeah, like it's the same thing with like the turn the other cheek kind of mentality of Catholicism and pacifism, or Christianity and pacifism. It's like, yeah, people are gonna hurt you, and they're gonna persecute you, and they're going to take advantage of you, and if that's what you choose to live by, that's your thing. And we have a very hard pushback against that in American what do you want to call it?
Yeah. I just remembered some guy. You mentioned turn the other cheek in Catholicism. I had this guy try to convince me that turn the other cheek meant like turn your face, stare at them, and like mad dog them. Dare them do it again. I was like, no. You're dumb.
What was it like? If someone slaps you, then quite literally present the other cheek to be slapped, because it's just like, yeah, I refuse to refuse to cause violence against you because I've made that choice.
Yep. Like, oh, you want some cloak? Here, have my jacket. Because you clearly feel the need that you need these. Take it.
One of my favorite Catholic proverbs is Jesus says not to harm people, but it doesn't say you can't get mad at them.
Exactly.
Case in point, destroying someone's shit is totally a Catholic thing you can do.
I mean, Jesus did it.
Yep. Get out of my house! Table flip. 100% Jesus OG table flipper.
Yep.
Welcome in, Brain Rot.
Also, totally okay to make a whip and start whipping people out of your apartment.
Mm-hmm. There's much difference between religion and other ideologies. Just religion has exemplary, divine, and supernatural elements, where others are pseudoscience and logical fallacies. I don't know. I mean, religion is an ideology. Like, I don't think that's controversial, because that's just all religions are ideological. I'm a little confused. About your statement. All religions are the same. Brain Rot, hello. Ooh, money. Thank you, Brain Rot. Money. Would you like me to sketch something for you? I can do a quick sketch. I can do some push-ups.
You should do the push-ups anyways.
I should do the push-ups anyways. So maybe I'll just start with that. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 16, 19, 20. It actually felt pretty good.
We really have broke one of our core tenets today, though. Talking about religion. Yeah.
We're talking about the concepts of religions, not specifically a religion. So that
But like, it's also the most pedantic part about religion.
True. I'd like to thank everybody for being cordial today.
Yep. Be glad I was not called in a bad mood, because I may have come out swinging.
Gotcha.
As
No
was
sketches.
my degree.
I mean, that's kind of the thing. The problem I have with, like, religious debates is a debate can really only happen when someone could be swayed. And so if you're having a discussion with someone who will not change their opinion, there's no reason to have that debate.
Yeah.
It's pointless. So when you talk about philosophical debates, though, of just... Sorry, push-ups, out of breath. I think it's okay to talk about the philosophy behind religions, as long as you're not talking about specific religions, right? And so really I have a problem when people, like, we sometimes trash on like Mormonism and Catholicism because Druid and I are raised in those cultures. But that's more on us, like, than the religion itself. And like No Name saying that there's an inherent problem with religion. I think there's an inherent problem with people twisting things into their own things, and religion is one of those that can easily be used to do that, to manipulate people.
Yeah.
So.
Because, like, Calico magic in, like, D&D is just a tool to be used. Or, much like, and religion is also a tool. It can bring a lot of people a lot of comfort and joy, and but also equally a lot of pain and suffering. It's just how the tool is used.
The Mormon religion has a lot of really good values, and it's run by CEOs, which I dislike. So,
Yep.
you know, you kind of have to take it with a grain of salt.
I will say, going back to your thing about debate, I don't know if I fully agree with that sentiment, as I feel like debate has always been just an argument to prove someone's wrong. Even like when I've like we discussed, like I've read about people debating, it's always never like I'm here to convince you. No, it's always I'm here to prove that you're wrong and here's why.
Right, that's a bad
And to
debate.
convince the audience around them, not the other person.
So that's... Think about debate class, right? Like if you take a debate class, usually you don't get to decide which side you're going to be on. Because what you're doing with a debate is you're learning rhetoric and you're learning posturing. So, the problem with that is that there are a lot of like bad faith debaters who just want to show up and win.
Yeah.
Without the fact, like, without trying to bring something to the table, right? So usually you should have a debate with someone saying, I want to say that X is the way that it is. And then you would debate somebody who would come up and say, I disagree with you. Here are my reasons. And then that should be the debate, right? Just the beliefs, the facts, someone might be swayed one way or the other. But if you show up to a debate and say, this is the truth, I have no extra proof to give, but I will fight you for it, it's not a debate. You're just yelling at somebody, right? And so a debate should be open like that. And a lot of them aren't set up that way. They are just set up as political stunts. Not necessarily like the way our political debates are, but just ideologically sides picked to kind of dunk on somebody. And that's not a debate. It's just not a debate.
Yeah.
Cough, cough, Joe Rogan, get your shit together. No.
Yeah. I've been seeing a lot of things about, like, there's this, I don't know if it's a YouTube channel or something, it probably is, where there's like a room full of people and there's two people sitting in a chair and they like start like debating things. And I hate it because it's just like, clearly one person is right here and the other person is just wrong.
Right.
And it's just like, one of them was this teenage boy who was portrayed as being a woke teenager and going up against like 20 like Republicans, and just like, this is just bullying. This is attempted bullying of a kid by adults.
Right. And I think there's, what did I see yesterday? One of my relatives posted a skip cat. No, I just fed you. You don't need to be standing on my keyboard. Get out of here. Come on. Back up. Back it up. Posted something on Facebook that was like, experts are trying to prove that this isn't the best thing ever. And it's just like, there's so many things wrong with that statement. And all it's trying to do is to get somebody to engage with it, right? That's not real debate.
Yeah.
That's not debate. And so sensationalism has kind of taken over debate. Because a debate should be between two experts arguing points to see if there can be common ground or what can be clarified, right? And when you have somebody show up who makes a wild claim that can't really be proven, then the debate's not going to happen. It's just going to be argued.
Yeah.
Like,
And I will say, Chops is a kid who actually came with sources and did really well holding his own against a group of people who were just there to like be mean.
Right. On a side note, I think I feel really sick. I drank a bunch of boba tea and now I feel a lot better for some reason. That's good. That's really good. I wonder if there are any physicists that are mass debaters. I think there's a pun in there, Dalcor. I'm not sure which direction you were going. The difference between a discussion and a conversation is listening and accepting. Maybe. It was a pun. Okay. A great example of that is like when Ken Ham years ago debated Bill Nye.
I was thinking the same thing.
So it's a really good example because there is no way that Ken Ham would have ever changed his opinion. Period.
Mm-hmm.
Bill Nye wanted to get up there and say, I will bring the evidence we have to refute this. And I think that's great for Bill to do that. But the problem is, what you're doing is you're ending up giving time and attention to bad faith debaters, bad faith actors that just want, that's all they want. They don't care. Like, nothing you say to them is going to change anything. They just want people to listen to them, so they latch on to accredited people, and then like, it doesn't matter if they win or lose the election, oh my god, sorry, too much political crap, win or lose the debate. It's all about the attention they get from the spectacle of it, and that's bad debate. Whereas, like, I saw Neil deGrasse Tyson talking with who was it? Shoot. He was talking to somebody about the kind of the changes in string theory, because I think Tyson doesn't really fully like string theory. But after talking with him, he's like, okay, so there is a disconnect between what I am considering old physics versus the new physics and how it's described. And they both walked away learning something, right? And that's great. That's how debate's supposed to work. At the end of the debate, you should be able to shake hands and be completely happy with what was said. And whether or not you want to accept it, that's on you, right? That's the choice of it. So. I don't know if it makes sense to, but my father taught the difference between discussion and conversation is listening. I said, yeah, I don't know. Here's my clam boy.
The clam.
The clam.
But you were giving it ears, but no, that's eye stalks.
Yeah, he's got big old crab eyes, which I thought would be funny.
Everything becomes crab, I guess.
Everything becomes crab.
Which I definitely don't believe.
Well, it's just...
I know it's a meme, but there's some people who, like, kind of take it a little bit too far.
So it's
everything becomes crab.
I can explain that thought. So the reason that became a meme is because carcinization is a term, but it's the idea that even though, like, if you think about, hey, what's a crab? Something like this, right? This is a super, super efficient body type for underwater everything, right? So the general design of a crab has evolved from several different species. And so it wouldn't make sense for us to become crabs because we don't live in that environment. But in that environment, it seems to be a very, very universally good design for success. And even into like cockroaches and stuff are pretty close. So there's some variation of crab that works in a lot of places. And there was a really fun.
Go ahead.
I think it was the original Time Machine book. He went so far forward in time that everything became crabs. Like there were just giant crabs that lived at the end of time. I think that's pretty funny. But I think that's probably because carcinization was a concept then, and that's why he used it. It's a conversation both parties try to optimize and come to cover. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. I still think it's funny. Escape cat, there's no food over there for you. I just fed you. You need nothing. You can't sit on my keyboard, so you sit on Jump Rope's keyboard? She's not home. Alright. You're gonna get flung off the desk again. I'm gonna be really mad. Dumb cat. Dumb cat. Alright. What were we talking about?
Crabs.
Crabs. Here's my oyster boy. I'm done with him. Worshipping the crab thing. The returner. Let's do one more viewer suggestion. Let's do another one here. Spooky month. Big burly barbarian Cambion pugilist? Oni type demon. Cambion, is that a demon?
I think that's like the term for like a half fiend, like someone who's like
Oh, okay.
directly like a child of a devil or fiend thing.
Sure, we'll go with that. Crabs do have a lot going on for them, though. Exoskeleton, regeneration,
Claws.
claws. Lobsters are really weird because if left I'm gonna say unadulterated. That's not the right term. Maybe it is.
Unmolested.
Unmolested, yeah. Lobsters can technically live forever until they kill themselves with their own exoskeleton.
Yeah, because I think they have like exponential growth. I think that's the
Yeah.
term.
Every time they molt, they get way bigger, and eventually there's a point where their shell is so thick that they can't molt it because the pressure of them getting out of it is not enough to overcome their own shell, and so they just crush themselves and die.
Yeah. You see that a lot
dude.
in like, I believe, a lot of aquatic animals because they're mostly unaffected by gravity.
Yeah. The size of things that can grow in the ocean is much higher than on land. Oi, Corvus, ask Rook if he needs more money or not. I mean, I always need more money. But
I mean, you could also send me money. I'll gladly accept
Send
money.
Corvus money. Imagine if titles actually worked like that with IRL achievements. I mean, they kind of are. How much money? I mean, it's just more. It's always more.
Because
Rookzer0 wants to
I'm
jump-
probably
I mean,
gonna have to go on a new diet, and that takes money.
Corvus and I are both bird themed. And what do birds like? Birds like shiny.
Yep.
Always need more shiny.
We are also specifically both Corvid themed.
Unintentionally, I think. Well, maybe not.
Yeah. But you were originally like the chess piece.
Yeah. My name comes from the chess piece, and it has evolved into the bird.
Yep. Mine has always been bird related because I liked ravens.
Boop.
And Corvus Corax is the best Primarch in 40k.
Put a limit on it, or I will debit to give you money. I'll go into debt. That's impossible, though, right? Like, if you want a commission, I charge like $120 for a commission right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you would like to get a commission, that's a pretty good limit.
Yeah.
We could do a commission for you.
That's the upper limit.
If you want to do some spicy stuff, I might charge more than that. I've yet to do that, but it's on the list. You know, okay.
But is it spicy?
This is a one-sided payment thing. Well, you gave me $20, and $20 is a pretty good amount to make on a live stream.
Oh yeah.
We're drawing. How long have we been on the live stream right now? About 2 hours?
116 minutes.
Okay. It's not quite 2 hours.
I don't know what that means.
So, I'm sorry. I forgot. I will turn off the ads. I forgot to turn off the ads because we got a thing. But if you want to sponsor the whole of the stream today, what, $60 is good? $60 is like, that would cover the stream.
Oh yeah.
What just happened? What the hell was that?
The fresh hell is this?
My mouse is doing something stupid. Do I have cat hair stuck in my mouse?
Oh no.
That was real weird. That was real weird.
Pop this, pop that.
We used to do monetization on. Turn off ads. There we go. No more ads. We used to do on Twitch, people would just have like bit wars to try to get the train, whatever it's called.
Yep.
That was funny. Because at some point you have no idea what's actually happening because people are giving like 50 cents at a time. It's just like bling, 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 bling. Like, oh god. But if people want to start...
Same on Sierra streams.
Yeah, those are really funny. If people would like
Pretty
to
sure
start
it was
sponsoring the...
So like the same 3 people.
well, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. You get the...
Get people who have money burning in their wallet.
Yeah. Oh no, does that mean I have to do 21 push-ups? I should have said a much smaller number. Thank you, Brainrot. I will do more push-ups. Here,
Right.
give me a second.
I will attempt to do 20 push-ups.
Oh lordy. I might have to tab the... I need to take a quick break before I do 20 more push-ups. We'll keep a tab. 20 push-ups. Watch me pass out by the end of the day. Thank you, Brainrot. Whew. I appreciate that. It does keep the channel going. I did just buy a new microphone, so that will be nice. Nice to pay that off. I mean, it's already paid off, but you know how it goes. We just get Rookzer0 lifting for chat. I mean, yes, actually, I used to do that. I have all my weights set up here. That used to be the gimmick of the Twitch streams. Until my eyeball exploded, which was not chat's fault. But, what's the most I did? I think I did... At one point, I think I did like 200 and some push-ups in one stream.
Yeah. 'Cause I think you got like two $20 donations and then like a $60 one? Like 60 euro?
Something like that, yeah. Wait, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. That was like a year and a half ago. Dragon Turtle. I had a... aneurysm? Hemorrhage? Inside of my eyeball? Yeah, that was a whole big thing. I was blind for like 6 months. It was weird. In one eye.
Yep.
In one eye, I was blind. In one eye. And then we did a surgery.
Did you say you turned off the ads?
I did. Did you just get an ad?
Yeah.
It says ad
But I
on
did
when
have
turned
it
off.
did. I think because it, I got a, I don't know, the screen died on me, so I refreshed it.
Oh,
and
that
it
could
was
be.
like, so.
Either way. Yeah, it says it's turned off, so hopefully
I
that'll
tried
be
to do
less
20 push-ups with you. I only got 7.
Yeah.
And they weren't push-ups, they were curl-ups, I guess is the term. I too fat. Not enough arm
Oh, it was
muscle.
squats. That's what it was. It was squats day, so everybody was torturing me. I did like 210 squats.
Oh yeah.
And that wrecked me.
Because you have like a redeemable for squats.
Yeah, it was.
I think.
That's what it was. So everyone was making me do push-ups, and then people were tipping like $1 a time. It was just like, and just kept building up and up and up.
You got those calves of steel.
Which, if I had continued to do that, maybe that's why my eye wouldn't have exploded.
Yeah.
Last year we had I had that happen, and then I did a surgery to fix it, and then I had to do another surgery to fix like scar tissue that happened in my eye because of the
Yeah.
So I had 2 eye surgeries last year, and I'm finally kind of back to where I can see pretty well. I still got a little blind spot right here. Yeah. So that's kind of what my vision looks like. If I'm looking right here, I can't see this stuff. Yeah. Pretty close. Pretty close to that. But a year ago, it looked like this. And I couldn't see anything. So it's getting better. Who knows if it's gonna keep getting better or if it's kind of figured itself out, but science.
You blinded me.
I just gotta wait
Science.
another 5 years and then they'll have some injectables that can goo into my eye and fix some shit.
Injectables, huh?
Mhm. Did you know they're currently right now they're working on injections to regrow teeth? That's pretty dope.
Oh, they would make a killing in my state and other states with really bad water.
Yeah. Glad you're fine. I have a friend who is a Cyclops, and he talks many times about how he misses his eye and deeply fears going blind. Yeah, it's terrifying, like, especially with the kid now. I'm so scared of getting, like, doinked in the other eye.
Oh god.
Because the kid will just, like, flail about
Yep.
and, like, grab my glasses. And it's just like, I am terrified that the same thing's going to happen to my other eye, just, like, ruin my vision. So I've been coping with that and being very protective. I went and bought, like, bullet resistant safety goggles for when I'm doing woodworking and stuff that are in my prescription. So it's just like, yeah, I'm not fucking around anymore. Like, I gotta protect what I got left. PPE, people. Wear your PPE. Support. Okay, I think I'm about ready to do more push-ups. It's really funny when I first started taking care of the boy every day. I was like, man, I don't know how mothers don't get super ripped, because you're just constantly lifting 20-30 pound kid just over and over again all day every day. I have no energy to work out. I have no energy to do anything but like eat cheeseburgers at the end of the day. So it's like, I get it. You get a pretty good workout, and then you just do nothing. Like, you just turn off everything else. I don't like this haircut. I wanted to give him like a bun, and it went way too far. Let's do these 20 push-ups. I think I can do 20. I'm gonna go fill my water glass. Be right back. What was this guy supposed to be? Big burly demon boy?
Yeah, like Oni demon.
Pugilist. You know what that means?
Time to go to Uda for your bad missions.
Gotta go punch rocks.
Yep. Kick sand.
Close to my cousin, who I've known since birth, and lifting him was really exhausting. Simply, you feel like your arm's gonna fall off. Yeah. Yeah. I used to be pretty, I don't want to say ripped, but I was pretty bulky. I'm not a large person. But I'm built like a brick, so in college I did a lot of weightlifting. Before that I was a skateboarder, so like I was kind of skinny, but I felt fat. And so I went to the gym and worked out way too much. With one of my friends that I lived with, came back from Iraq. We just went to the gym every day. that was what we did. Leprechaun. Yeah, it's Timo from League of Legends, Bri. Welcome in, Bri, by the way. I like this face, but I don't like this bust. Let's try this again. Best way to describe my physique is this.
Built like a dwarf.
Built like a Minecraft character with a mohawk. Ooh, you're waking up. You're waking up. Oh no. Okay. I've always been kind of chunky. At my peak of out of shapeness, I think I weighed like 235, 236, something like that. But my rule up to that point was as long as I could lift, like bench press my own weight, I was good. And I could bench press 245 at the time. So I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm in shape. And my doctor's like, no, you need to lose weight. You need to lose weight. I was like, dang it. 1 second. Boy's awake. He said boy's awake. Hi, kid. Martial arts holding up a kid is pretty much exhausting over time. Yeah, like, I'm pretty buff. But holding a kid for like more than 20 minutes makes my back just ache. And it used to be like, it's the same pain I would get from when I worked at the restaurant, like chopping vegetables for hours, because you're like half leaning over a table and just doing like a ton of meticulous work right here. Like nothing inherently is too bad, but when you're just like just hunched slightly for that whole time, like your back just starts hurting like crazy. So hopefully I got a dad bod going on. I don't know. Oh, little man. Yeah, you sad boy. You sad boy. Oh, hello. Oh, you want to jump? Jump, 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 jump. Still trying to muscle endurance a lot. Yeah, I need to do more cardio. Like that's essentially my big thing is I just don't do enough cardio. I was built burly, always have been. It's really funny because I was just talking to my dad the other day, and like my dad is a string bean. Just got all the genes from my mother's side of the German farmers. Tone strength versus beef strength. Yeah, I got a lot of beef strength and no tone. It looks soft and mushy. Probably because I am soft and mushy. Like, that's the way it is. It always sucks because like I go rock climbing with my friends and stuff, and like I can do like 3 pull-ups because I weigh so much. And then my friends who are like super skinny will just jump up there and do like 1,000 pull-ups. And then we try to do curls. They can't curl anything near what I can curl. And it's just like, I don't like this. I don't like that there's this much of variation. Like, I want to just be generally good at everything at the gym.
That's too damn bad.
That is the thing that was really nice about living, like going to school for as long as I did, and working at the university. Is like I just had access to a really nice gym. I would say for free, but like it was just clumped in with my tuition, so it was not free for sure. But got German farmer genes? What does that mean? It means everybody in my family is essentially German. My great-grandparents on both sides. Well, not both sides. One side German, other side Belgian, and then grab bag, unknown. Idaho redneck, I think is what we all call it. Which could be more German. Who knows?
Yep.
Could be Scottish. Yeah, little man. What's up? Ha! 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 Yeah, you just jumpy boy. This kid is good at squats. German farming sound ripped? Yeah. You ever picked up a bale of hay with one hand? That's how you get German farmer ripped. Do you speak German? No, I don't. I know Das Gut, Das Boot, and Scheiße Putski. Those are my German. Any farmer sounds scary strong. I mean, yeah, I've seen both. Really depends on whether or not you have the money to buy a giant hail bay or tractor or not. Because there's the farmer that has to carry the bales of hay.
Yep.
To the cows, and then there's the farmer who carries the bales of hay to their cows. If that makes sense. How automated is your farm? I had to, during the summers I went to like my grandparents' house and helped them do that. And I always felt like a weakling because all of my cousins would just like grab bales of hay and huck them, and I'm just like, nope. I'm not that buff.
Yeah,
I was a tiny
that's
skinny
always
boy.
the worst.
It's like, this makes my hand hurts, and they just make fun of you. You're like, oh, cool, thanks.
Look at this pansy.
Look at this city slicker. It's like, cool. Yeah, fuck you guys. It was always really funny because they always tried to get me to do like rodeo stuff. A lot of my cousins have lots of belts for participating in different rodeos. And every year they'd be like, you should do this. I'm like, no, I'm good. And then they would like end the year with a broken arm or a broken leg. And it's like, yeah, I'm glad I didn't do that.
Yeah.
Mutton busting. That was always a funny one. Why I have a problem with people saying that D&D farmers are weak. Yeah, there's two sides to that. Bruh, thank you. Would you like a tiny sketch? Or do you just want to make me do squats? I don't think I can do any more push-ups. I can do squats or curls. Except I think my curls are set to 45 right now, so I don't know if I can do 20 of those. I think I can do 7 of those. Yeah, so here's the problem with farmers. If you are a D&D farmer,
You're a peasant.
or a peasant, whatever you want to call it, give them levels. Just give them levels. Because a commoner is like a peasant that doesn't have a job, in my mind. So essentially, your players are always walking up to level 1 guards or level 1 shopkeepers. It's like, why didn't you level up your shopkeepers? Like, they should have really good perception. Otherwise, people would steal shit from them all the time. Like, what are you doing?
Yep.
Baby gremlin? I can do that. I speak German and I heard him speak. They didn't even let him synchronize himself because of his accent? What? I'm more scared of farmers than city guards in most cases. I think the thing that bothers me about a lot of the D&D memes around like farmers and guards and stuff, and like, if your players aren't scared of town guards, why are they in that town? Like, that's the biggest thing for me. It's like, not because like, oh, they should just take the town over, but like the idea that the guards would be ineffective against adventurers doesn't make any sense to me. Because they're well trained. Like, they should be well trained. They should be like good to go. If you run into like a court or a sanctioned wizard, they're not going to be level 1. Like, they're going to be good. Make them good. Make them kind of scary to the players. They are not going to have like the crazy, awesome, hero points. They're not going to have magical weapons, but they should be competent. And like a fighter having second wind, I think that's something that, yeah, most guards should have second wind. It makes total sense. Or what you can do is you can make them higher level than the party and don't give them access to the abilities. That's another fun way to do it. So their stats are really good and comparable, but they don't have like the unique facets of being an adventurer. So, hey kid, what's going on? I like that you can sit up now. It's really cute. Oh, he fell over. He fell over.
Oh.
Yeah, poor boy. Poor little man.
Right as I said that, he fell over and knocked his head on my chair.
I was like, that
Poor
did not
little
sound
guy.
like he just fell over.
Okay, he's fine. I'm gonna go get some milk. I'll be right back. Here you go. Hungry, sad boy. He goes into a rage. Yeah. He is. Oh, you okay? I'm in luck that he is highly consolable. Like whenever he screams, it's pretty easy to make him not scream, which is very lucky. Guards can arguably have pack tactics and yeah. I think that's a lot of fun if you do stuff like the squads as well, like making a squad of soldiers instead of just a soldier. That can be really fun too.
Yeah. In
Troops.
Second Edition Pathfinder, they have unique versions of swarms called troops.
Yeah. I don't think you're hungry, kid. I think you just knocked your noodle. If I hurt myself, I get picked up. That's not a good way to live, kid. Not a good way to live. Alright, let's draw some gremlins. You want to draw a gremlin? Can't remember what gremlin mouths look like. Are they tiny? Or are they like rugby mouths? Yeah, brah, thank you. Thank you for becoming a member. I've been trying to post the YouTube shorts early for members. And if I finish up this video anytime soon... Nope, you don't get to draw on the keyboard, kid. I'll probably release that a day or two early for the members. And then have it hit on like a Tuesday morning or something. Kid, why are you so obsessed with this keyboard? I'm just gonna unplug it. There. Play with the keyboard. Now he doesn't care. The lights turned off. He's like, I don't give a shit. You can't rip the keyboard. Right. Maybe this was a bad idea. Can you guys hear this? Do you want a tiny, sexy gremlin? Oh, Inferno posted that. Might be doing it for your attention. No, I think he just likes smacking the keyboard. I gave him an old broken keyboard and it was great until he's tried to eat the keys and I was like, well, that's not gonna happen now. So, I'm gonna have to find like an old keyboard that the buttons don't come off of. I'm doing what Papa do. Click, 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 click. Kid, you were just wailing on that. Nope, can't put it in your mouth. Okay, I have a better idea. I'm gonna put this one away, and I will go get you an old keyboard. I don't know. Hang tight.
What is this?
Here you go, kid. Do whatever you want with that one. Just don't eat it. Oh, but that one's filthy. Man. Click clock stylus keyboards, yeah. I love me a mechanical keyboard. Kid. Oh my god. Nope, you can't put it in your mouth. Okay. Nope. Nope, nope, nope.
Nope, 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 nope. Be free. Be free. Go adventure. Take your owlbear with you. Have a book.
You like the book? He really just, the only thing he wants right now is a keyboard. I can't watch the live stream and you play with a keyboard at the same time, kid. That's dangerous. Yeah, it's dangerous. He's looking at me like, how dare you? How dare you put me on the floor? It's 10:37 p.m. in Germany. I'm gonna go and hopefully call it night. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for checking out. No name. If you can't slam the keyboard name, it's not a good kid. We just learned that if you crawl under my chair, you're gonna donk your noodle. That's not what we want. What's the plan? What do we do here? I could put you in the rage cage. Wanna be in the rage cage? No? What are your thoughts? Okay, I will hold you. But you don't get to play with the keyboard. That's all I want with the world. It's just the gift break? What the hell was that? No, you can't rip that apart. I need baby toys that baby want to play with. Here, I have blocks. You wanna play with blocks? Check that out. Those are pretty cool. Yeah? You wanna play with blocks? Nope, he just wants to use the blocks to get to the keyboard. Well. This is a conundrum. This is a conundrum, kid. Here you go. Don't eat it. And there goes the 0 key. Immediately ripped off the keyboard. Oop, there goes another key. You can't have those disappearing because they might end up in your mouth. I feel like I've drawn Stewie Griffin as a gremlin. It might not be what I want. Whap! Keyboard has to be able to stand up to intimidation and ferret hurt. Yeah, that's true. Gremlins have little tiny feet, right? Isn't a gang of ferrets called a soup or something? A business? I saw Corvus post that yesterday, maybe. Might have been one of my other friends, I'm not sure. But the like a picture of a crow with a knife, and it said it doesn't have to be a group to be a murder. And I thought that was pretty funny.
Oh, there goes the 0 key again. Do I need to get you a little tiny, like, kitty button board? So you can have things to push? Buttons to push and blocks to smack? Don't put it in your mouth. Nope. You'll just slowly lean in closer and closer.
It's giving the ferrets the business. That's got a few different weird connotations to it. I'm not sure if I like that. Oh, I didn't put your bottle back, kid. Do you want more milk?
Hey, you want more milk?
Nope. Okay, I gotta go put that back before it gets cold. We're back. 1 second.
What'd that do? What'd that do? Herbiger? Herbiger? What's up? If I put you in the rage cage, will you play with that oatmeal box? Here you go. Up and down. Whoop. Here you go. What do you think about that?
That's pretty cool. That's as cool as a keyboard. It's not. Not as cool as a keyboard, but maybe he thinks it will. Also, have 2 or less real animals if you want. Wait, what? 2 great animal channels if you're interested is Natural Habitat Shorts and Casual Geographic. All right. What's Thor's ferret channel called on Twitch? Is that one of them? Oh man, keyboard's unplugged. I Need that keyboard. Come on, why? Did that new cartoon come out yet? Is it any good? No. We lost a Brian to Corvus that will appear. It is almost 2 o'clock. We made it a whole live stream today. That's impressive. Good job, kid. We did it. I bet we could probably do one more viewer suggestion real quick. Shopping for kid keyboards? Oh no. My dad was a copier repairman, so he would just bring home copiers for me to rip apart when I was a little bit older. Brother, could I have some oats? I love that so much every time I see it. It's so funny. No, brother. And that was great. I learned a lot about like simple mechanisms and how to use a screwdriver and stuff. And then I fell on one day, and that sucked because I had a circuit board stuck in my knee. So, yeah, whatever. What's up, Kenny, man? You don't like the rage cage? You don't like to play bed? Okay, you come sit with me. Nom 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 nom. Squish, 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 squish. Oh, too much squish? Up, up, up. Are you finally ready for food? Where did you poop? You poop? No poop. Sorry, that wasn't meant for chat. What's up? Raspberry the boy. I just now realized how skewed this gremlin is because I've been sitting sideways holding it. Oh, come on, kid. Not the keyboard. Literally anything except the keyboard. Yeah. Nope. 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 Can't have the keyboard. Look at those. Look at those. Yeah. Oh, did it? I think. Oh no. Did the kid freeze my computer? F's in chat if you can hear me. Okay, there we go. He said I need a wand, spell points to burn. What a great wizard. Okay, cool. Everything froze there for a second. I still can't draw. What happened? Why can't I draw? Okay, no, it's working. Oh, my opacity has been turned down to 0%. Neat. There we go. Okay. Tiny gremlin. In the bag. Let's do one more and then we might call it for the day. The kiddo is trying really hard not to eat. But I'm pretty sure he's getting hungry, so I think we'll try one more. Let's give this guy some little accents. It's pretty cute. He's essentially the same thing we've been trying to draw earlier, but in tiny form. Okay. He's training me to be the familiar? Yeah. Yep. That's how it works. 6. A wise old wizard ferret. Where did that picture of the ferret go from earlier? I gotta figure out what ferrets look like. I like the idea that they're like super curled. Would they wear the hat on their back if they were super hunched? Need a series of ferret emotes. I mean, that's kind of Pirate Software's jam. I could do some otter emotes. I could do some ferret emotes. If you haven't seen Pirate Software's emotes, they're pretty great. Ferrets shaking butts and stuff. Pirate and Lions do have some great ferret emotes. I think if you're in somebody's server, you can use their emotes, right? In someone else's server? We could go find those. Ugh. I need to spend a few days doing like more emotes design. I've been putting that off for months now. Not because I don't want to do it, it's just I have so much other things to do. If the server allows it. Oh, gotcha. So the suggestion needs to be for our characters in tabletop, or is it just like I want a picture of a ferret wizard? How long this isn't some big franchise character? The rules are race, class, no fan art. Whoops. No mimics. So as long as this doesn't break this or this, it's usually pretty good. The vaguer the better is the real trick to it though. Like, so yeah, ferret wizard is great. That's awesome. It follows the first and second and third rule. So I think the other rule is one sentence description, but that's more of just a courtesy to me.
Oh, tippy kid, you did it. Oh, did you scare yourself? Yeah. You knocked the whole thing over. Yeah, okay. The boy demands food.
1 second. I'm gonna be on the floor real quick for a second.
Okay, dokie.
Oh, welcome back, Corvus.
Hi.
Discord is being weird sometimes. I tapped the Discord channel and it yoinked me into the call. I don't know what to say about that. I'm gonna be on the floor for a second. Corvus, if you want to read chat, that'll be awesome.
Huh?
Here you go. I don't remember what we were talking about. Ferrets? Ferrets and emotes?
Sure. I wasn't here. all the ferrets know the rabies.
You're not a hungry boy. You're tricking me. Yeah.
If we suggest something on Wednesday stream, does that put yes? So if you you only ever had to put in a suggestion once a week. So for Wednesday, if it doesn't get drawn on Wednesday, it's still in the pool for Friday, and then by the end of Friday, a new pool starts.
Correct, yeah. So if you suggest one now, I think we're about done, so I would wait till next week. But
Yep. Because Monday we'll have a community post on the Rookzer0 channel. By the latest, Tuesdays.
Tiny man. Tiny, tiny man. Tiny, tiny man. Oh, tiny man.
Tiny, tiny, tiny man.
Cups. You stack those cups together? I bet you can.
oh, my back. Okay, let's finish up this ferret. Then I can go try to take a nap. Which is not going to happen, but I can try. Will you suggest something? Oh, yeah. I prefer the OG Snicks. If we put it in chat for Wednesday stream, is it still put in? It's after Wednesday.
Yes.
So if you put it on the community post after Wednesday, usually I get back and I check it. But I would just, if you don't get it on before Wednesday stream, I would suggest it in the stream.
Yeah.
I've been away. GMA was on a slow decline. Was splitting up my time to spend with her in hospice care. Gladly she passed, but... Oh, your grandma. Got it. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Gamma. I'm glad that you got to spend some time with her. That's always rough. If it's said in stream, it definitely goes on the list for Friday. Yeah. So if you type it in that, I put it on the... I have like a master list after Wednesday stream that I just put things on, so...
Yeah. And only one suggestion.
Yep, one suggestion per week.
No mimics, no fan art.
Celebrate it became one with the earth again. Yeah, that's a good way to do it. That's the weird thing about funerals for me is like, yes, people are sad at a funeral, but I'm very much of the mind that we should be kind of celebrating their life instead of mourning our loss. So, I don't know. It is both of those things. And different people need different things at those times in their lives. So, both are valid. Both are valid.
Your feelings are valid.
It is I, Wizardo, the Noodle Wizard. I don't want to be morbid after that conversation, but ferrets don't live that long, do they? Like, how old is a wizened old ferret? Like 3?
I'm Googling. And they probably live longer in captivity.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, the average lifespan of 2 years long. Okay. I was gonna say, the average lifespan of a field mouse is like 6 months. Like, it's not a long time. Same thing with cats. Like, cats only live to be like 3 or 4, unless they're in a house, and then they can live to be like 25. Living on the streets is rough, yo.
Yeah. I guess this is probably captivity. If given a proper active lifestyle and proper diet, a captive ferret can live to 5 to 7 years.
5 to 7 years. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you add magic to that, what's up, kid?
That could either make it go longer or shorter, depending on what type of
Yeah.
magic.
I'm a fireball ferret. Like, uh-oh.
Fire ferret? Pavu? Or whatever that critter was from Korra.
Why did they have a fire ferret? They were earthbenders.
Well,
They should have like a rock lobster or something.
only Bolin was a earthbender.
Oh, was his
His
brother a
brother was a-
firebender? You're right.
Yep.
You're right.
Because I think their dad was from the Earth Nation, and their mom was a firebender.
Gotcha. Rodents have lifespans that are average low, seems to invent, and reptiles used to be used overwhelming amount of bad caretaking guides. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, like, rodents and a lot of prey animals are, like, their lifespans are skewed, right? So you have to kind of look at that. But I'm the oldest ferret wizard. What about me? You're a lich. You don't count. That's true. Yeah, ferret lich. How to care for a pet alligator. Guys in the 70s and 80s. All right. I feel like a ferret wizard would have like a doily on its back because it's frilly. And just for funsies. Soup.
I love when ferrets just do this little move.
Little battle dance.
So just like giving away.
You guys remember the show Beastmaster?
Yes.
That show made
I also
so many people buy
remembered the
ferrets.
movie. Yeah, it did. Also, probably the old movies as well, because
Yeah,
that came
it was
in what
based off of-
80s.
The TV show was based off the movie.
I know this.
So I would clump those into the same
Yeah.
thing.
Just one came out like really later than the other. Did you ever see the sequels to the
No.
movies?
To the movies?
Oh, they were so bad. Yeah.
Did they use the TV actors?
No. So there's the old Beastmaster movies, which I guess was 70s. It had like 2 sequels after it. In the third one, he gets teleported to Earth,
Okay.
specifically New York City.
So it becomes like a George of the Jungle kind of thing.
Yeah, or Crocodile Dundee
Gotcha.
goes to New York or whatever. Yeah, it's bad.
Crocodile Dundee does crime.
I am off. This is a off.
That was the first knife I ever had.
Big old giant Bowie knife.
Mm-hmm. Is that Columbo? What are all the, what is happening in the chat right now?
I don't know.
This is like
Inferno posted a gif of Beastmaster movie,
okay.
and then Bry
Posted the ferrets from the movie.
Yep, and then
Columbo.
Inferno posted Columbo. Oh,
Ferret's pretty great.
they're only cursed for people around them. They're not cursed for the owner. You'll wake up and find random things in your bags that they've nicked off people.
All the old stories about fae and fairies are just because of ferrets.
Yep, and raccoons.
Yeah, and raccoons.
I
Hey,
just
what do
kind
you
of
need?
remembered the.
No, that's fine. You're good. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to stop you. He will take a pacifier that looks like this. It's got the weird nipple on it. And he'll eat this side. He'll stick the back side of it into his mouth and hold on to it by the nipple.
The ring side or hard
Mhm.
side.
Yep. I don't think he's stupid. He knows exactly what he's doing. Because he hates pacifiers now. He's just like, no, I don't want that. Well, I'll chew on the back of it.
Also, apparently, it is called a ferret war dance.
A war dance, yeah. Yeah. You're not showing anything? Am I not?
I
I think I'm kind of done with this. I'm doing really, really small, subtle things. Or Brainrot, are you not in the YouTube chat? Oh, the thing crashed my bed. Okay.
Yeah, YouTube's been crashing. It crashed on me earlier again.
There have been a lot
When I
of
came back.
DDoS attacks happening recently. So I would not be surprised if that has something to do with it. But it could also be YouTube just being crap.
Being YouTube.
Yeah. Possums. Possums are great.
I love possums. I also love that people use ferrets for hunting. It's just
Oh, yeah.
such an amazing thing.
They're predator, man.
Well, I know they're predators, but like training a little weasel to hunt for you to chase rabbits out of a burrow, it's kind of amazing to me.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like you're training them to do anything they wouldn't do automatically.
Yeah.
Really, what you're training them to do is to not run away afterwards. Go find the rabbit. Drop it. Drop it. Drop it. That is pretty cool, though, as you did that.
I think out of the various ferret weasels, I like stoats because they're tiny and they will hypnotize rabbits by dancing and then like rip their throats out.
Rabbits are just stupid and evil, and I don't know what to do about them. They're adorable, especially when you get like tiny bunnies. Tiny bunnies are super cute. Jackrabbits are the devil.
Yeah. See, we have very skewed, biased, like just regional differences of rabbits. You had to do it with jackrabbits. I'm like, I don't know what. I mean, I know what a jackrabbit is, but like the rabbits we have are soft little prey animals that will have a heart attack if you scare them.
Like there's bunny, and then there's bunnies. These ones are evil. Just putting that out there. They will kick the shit out of you to death. Usually their own death, but like they will do it. They will do it.
I love that one video. It's clearly like some sort of like animal caretaker trying to like get this rabbit out of a pen,
Mm-hmm.
and the other just starts like
Violently thumping
boxing.
at them. Yep.
Yep. How Rook feels about rabbits.
Where are you on the bunny scale today? The rocks are quiet because the trees are listening.
Yeah. My rabbit exists like maybe like 3 spots away from the little cute little tiny thing. Just of annoyance to like be annoying because I eat tomatoes and other things in the garden.
Whistle pigs. Whistle pigs are funny.
Those are gophers.
Those are gophers.
Or no, groundhogs.
Ground squirrels?
No,
I thought they were
ground squirrels or chipmunks.
But not whistle pigs?
No, a whistle pig is a groundhog, which is supersized gopher. Which I guess gopher and groundhog are probably the same thing, just
So-
different names.
Up at my grandfather's farm, there were little chipmunks that would live underground,
Mm-hmm.
and they called them whistle pigs. And I had to go murder them all. That was my job one summer.
It's terrible.
Yeah. But they did. They were just little chipmunks. And they went,
Yeah.
beep! Beep!
Because like ground squirrels are like just a type of chipmunk, or like cross between a chipmunk and a prairie dog.
Yeah, a bit more chunkier in my mind, but...
Gopher?
Meep. Whistle pigs.
How do you spell gophers?
G-O-A-P-H? Gopher? Is that right? Where's an F?
Gopher.
G-O-P-H-E-R? Okay.
Oh god, they're creepy looking.
Yeah, gophers are, like, bulky squirrels.
Yeah, they're decidedly more creepy than a groundhog. They almost look like naked mole rats, but with hair.
Gonna pick up a new car and a Calpo? Is that a dog? Is that a dog? Inferno, I don't know why that rabbit has a knife.
What do you got there? A knife!
Man, I wish I lived somewhere where I could buy cars for less than $10,000. That'd be nice. Yeah, that's a gopher.
Yeah. I've never seen one. This is legit the first time I've ever seen one. We have groundhogs, which are decidedly more cute.
I gotta look it up.
Except for when they, like, try to bite you.
Yeah, the North Idaho ground squirrel. There we go. They are adorable, and they look like chipmunks. Oh, they're endangered now. That's not good.
How long ago?
Hold on, let me see. Let me see if I've committed a crime. Oh, as of 2011, no, we're good.
Okay, you're good.
It became endangered April 5, 2000, which is way after I had to massacre them. I wasn't good at my job, but it was a job that they gave to a kid.
Oh, weird. Groundhogs only exist in like the very northern panhandle of Idaho. That's it.
They're super cute, and they chirp really annoyingly all the time. But if you have a hill, right, like groundhogs will make like lumps in your yard like this.
Mm-hmm.
If you have like a prairie where you're trying to grow stuff, ground squirrels will be like, what if we put a hole here and 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 here, and then the cows break their legs because the cows.
Also, they're very much. So they very much have the prairie dog mentality of like put holes everywhere so you can keep an eye out.
Yeah, but they don't make mounds. They just make holes. It's really strange.
Yeah.
And so you'll be walking along and then you'll just like, bleh! You'll fall 2 feet into a freaking dirt hole. So my grandfather would give me a 22 and be like, go have fun. It's like, okay, I guess. Pew pew. I always felt bad about it and I didn't do it after much of that.
But they're trying to make a living. They don't know any better.
I'm just here to kill cows. Wait, what?
I remember watching a video about these people like reintroducing like European ground squirrels. And apparently the places that they love to have their little dens and burrows are airfields.
Oh yeah.
And so they're just like, okay, that can work. So they just started making little preserves of European ground squirrels right next to airports.
Do you know why that is?
Not particularly.
Because birds don't like airplanes. Basically, Rook systems, if you aren't good at being a solution, you're really bad at being the problem. Essentially, yeah. I'm not going to stop this, but I'm going to be really bad at making it happen.
I think they also said, like, it seemed that they preferred the shorter grass that was being mowed down
That could be true.
because the tall grass would prevent them seeing, like, birds and dogs and foxes.
That makes, yeah, because they don't get snuck up on.
Yep.
What you doing, kid?
Just walking around with a
Rebel.
pacifier. Good job. He's so smart.
Alan!
Dave!
Steve!
Also, for some reason, I think of your polar bear monk when I saw this.
Yeah.
I don't know why they have like a snake shark wrapped around their neck, but oh well.
Yeah, they have a shark on their back, too. That's a little weird. Oh, no, you're right. It is. It's a scarf. It's a shark scarf. I thought you were talking about a staff. It's a little weird. It's 2:20. I think this is a good place to call it. Friendly reminder, do not support cowpo breeders or sellers. Oh, wolf dogs. Okay, gotcha. So how are you getting one? Don't answer that. I don't want to know. I don't want to be complicit. We're going to call it a day. Thanks again, everybody, for hanging out. We'll be back on Monday with more, with another community post. So you guys can do that on the YouTube page. Go watch that YouTube short that I posted yesterday a couple times.
Yep.
Why not? Have fun with it. There are playlists. Go watch all the playlists. I'm trying to figure out a really fun way to make D&D content with the puppets. And this is, I think, my best shot so far. So leave a comment, even if it's just like, I hate this, because then I know you hate it.
Yep.
But aside from that, that's all we got. Stay happy, stay healthy, keep your dice on the table. Thank you, everybody, for your Oh, I have to do 20 squats. Dang it. We'll do squats and then we'll call it a day. Hey, boy. We're doing squats, kid. Wow, my legs are bad. Yeah, I think that's funny. It's Papa exercising funny. I lost count. Yeah, he's laughing at me now. That's great. Okay. Thanks again, everybody. Stay happy, stay healthy, keep your dice on the table. We'll catch y'all next week. Bye.